Hello Virgo, Virgo rising and Virgo moon people. The fur is flying as Rambo sheds. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting August 21st, 2017. And just a quick reminder for all of you out there, remember that this week I do know that there is the eclipse coming up on Monday in Leo, the solar eclipse, but I did already cover that in the monthly astrology for August 2017 in the video of its very own, and you can find that under its own playlist in the main channel page, or you can just click on the Scarlet Moon screen name button right below this video and it'll take you to the main channel page to find that playlist. But I want to make sure that I'm only presenting new information when I make new videos, so I don't want to copy and paste. Of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on with the energy of the astrology this week as it relates to you this week, what begins and ends this week? Well, on Tuesday we've got Mars, planet of action and energy, in your 12th house, so your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone, forming a gorgeous trine to Saturn, currently in your 4th house of home and family. And this angle always talks about a need to pay attention to getting rid of burdens we've learned to live with. And this may actually be having to do with a family issue, a long-standing family issue, whether it's something from our past as it relates to our relatives, or something even going back to the way something we've learned to live with for far too long in our own homes. What's interesting about Mars is that this is going to bring an opportunity to overcome this obstacle once and for all. But with Saturn as the limitation here, some people honestly do get attached to even problematic things. And there may be a void that's felt when we finally solve a problem that we've learned to live with. On Saturday, we do have the Sun forming a conjunction with Mercury, currently retrograde in your sign. And if you've been needing to take something back, or maybe even make an alteration to something that you've already set out to do, or do a course correction when it comes to something that you've been trying to get off the ground within the last 2 months, this is the day you're going to be able to do that. With Mercury retrograde and the Sun conjunct, yes, it can be a tiny bit frustrating, but also at the same time we're talking about a review and getting the most out of it. Because these are both happening in your sign, this may actually be an opportunity for you to take back a promise or an obligation, or even rearrange your availability when you did not mean to actually go about doing it this way. You may actually have to do a course correction because of what other people may be assuming they thought you said when you really did mean something else. If you need to correct whatever this misconception is, Saturday and Sunday are excellent for it. So what is going on with your cards then this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Crane. And the Crane is talking about, this week is all about learning how to thrive in two places at once. Thrive in two worlds at once. Coming out of hidey holes, being able to actually hold your head above water while you're in the water, so to speak. And with the Crane, it also talks about a need to pay attention to where, the as above, so below may not necessarily always be the exact same correspondence. Sometimes we try to simplify things and we think that, well, okay, this is what's happening on the inside, so on the outside it's going to do that too. Sometimes what happens is on the inside and on the outside are complementary to each other, and yes, what is on the outside is representative on the inside, again, as above, so below, as within, so without. But the Crane is understanding of the fact that, we can't always assume to change what's on the outside by changing on the inside, because again, that energy is going to change in its evolution as it goes from one to the other. So you need to be able to keep an eye on that and learn to relate things better. And relating things better this week can always talk about the transition from source to finish. Alright, from beginning to end, when things start to manifest in our lives, and where, again, course corrections are still possible. Nothing's ever too late, and just because something started out a certain way doesn't mean it won't naturally evolve or be influenced by the environment to turn into something else. Allowing that to happen, but also doing control where you need to, is basically the work of a master. Sitting there and allowing something to go out and get bombarded by the environmental energies, or universal energies, or internal emotional energies haphazardly, that's just not the way to master how to get that kind of thing done. For your... God, there's so much hair. So much hair. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we do have the Three of Swords reversed. And the Three of Swords reversed is kind of interesting, because it does talk about cover-ups. It does talk about things getting swept under the rug, and whether for better or worse, there could be something that we've been dealing with at the office that is getting swept under the rug, to maybe be handled never. The Three of Swords reversed can actually be a card of relief if you feel like this is for the best interest of all concerned. But the Three of Swords reversed is also indicating that just because, this also creates an opportunity for history to repeat itself. The Three of Swords reversed when it comes to finances, however, can actually be a really good card when it comes to just money in general. And especially if we're looking to get something written off, negotiated, or perhaps even cleared or cancelled, or cut from our own responsibility. So there can be some alleviation coming your way as well this week, but again, in terms of personnel and handling situations with the Three of Swords reversed as far as getting swept under the rug is concerned, make sure history is not on the verge of repeating itself. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Ace of Cups upright. And this could be a beautiful card for love and romance. So we've got extra love and romance here, I guess, because it seems like somebody's going to be maybe actually confessing some affection for you this week, whether it's an acquaintance or somebody within your crowd or affiliated with somebody that you know. Or quite possibly, there may be even a friend or a relative pointing you in the direction of somebody they think would make an actual decent match. And with the Ace of Cups, they may not necessarily be lying. This also can show up where we have an opening up in general, okay? For people not necessarily concerned with the love aspect of it, the Ace of Cups can also talk about somebody taking a barrier down, taking a wall down, and opening up to us in a way that we both need them to in order to have this friendship or this family relationship be as strong as it can be. And so be prepared. There could be an unexpected outpouring of emotion, but it's all for the best. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Page of Wands upright. And this actually does talk about a need to pay attention to, how available are you to people? How available are you socially? How often do we put ourselves out there, Virgos, is the question with the Page of Wands upright. Every once in a while, I have to give myself a bit of a reality check, when I'm thinking about things I want to do, and then I gotta think, okay, hey, Nico, reality check, why are you asking for a gift from, from the world, or just a freebie from the universe when you don't have any way to accommodate it, you have no way to hold it in your life, you don't put yourself out there for it, so you're just waiting for it to kick your door in? The Page of Wands upright is saying, Virgos, we all have to have this sort of reality check. Remember, I'm a Virgo too, so I'm going to pay extra attention to this. We all have to have this reality check every once in a while. When are we not enough of an initiator for our own sake? When are we not ever enough of an initiator for our own cause? Where have we deferred, perhaps a little bit, to the outside? And again, it's all about that understanding of that as within, so without kind of energy. If we defer to the without, it's not going to do anything unless we actually start doing, let the starting happen on within. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, when it comes to your love life, and your all that good stuff, we've got the Empress upright. Beautiful card for love and romantic energies, because with the Empress, we are seeing an opportunity for a lot of you Virgo people to meet somebody who's actually interested in a lot of the same, I guess you could say, values, whether they are romantic values, family values, whatever, as you, and there seems to be a very, very strong rapport. The Empress can also talk about, again, somebody within your circle bridging the gap for you, again, a close friend, a family member, a link being made or forged in that way. The Empress does talk about the opportunity, however, for longevity. So whatever is going on, this person is actually looking for a long-term serious deal. And maybe, hopefully, if you are too, you'll be able to hit it off. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Empress card upright does talk about wonderful fortune coming to you and your partner this week, either through something on your financial front or their financial front. And this may actually kick into gear a plan that we've had for expanding on our relationship or our family that we've been sort of waiting for until the time was right, but the right time is coming sooner than expected. So that is your horoscope, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.